Hi and welcome to Nerdy Gamers. The game today we're going to look at is 48 Chambers as part of the Indie Underdog Pack bundle. Okay, for more information about the game and the developers you can look at the description below. Let's get started then. Now the first thing we're going to do is go and take a look at the options screen. There's not much we can actually do here. We can look at the controls but we can't change anything about them. I think this was originally designed with the controller in mind because WASD and control is an unusual choice for a keyboard, especially with a game like this. Normally I would expect it to be WASD and space, and without the ability to redefine keys we're kind of stuck with that. Okay, also you can switch your music on and off. We could change it to a specific type of background we liked or leave it on random. Or we can switch between full screen or not full screen. Now unfortunately I'm not going to do that because I have some issues when I switch between the two. It causes the game to crash. Now leaderboard, at the moment this should show you the scores for standard and hard. Now I've led it through the firewall but it's not coming up, and if I try and alt tab out of it again the game crashes. This is currently about recording number 10 at the moment, so we're going to leave that alone. There we go, it just takes a long time. You can see we've got the different scores, and I'm nowhere on that because I haven't even tried taking a look at the standard game. So okay, we have a look at the actual game itself. You've got three modes you can choose from. Casual, which gives you infinite lives but no scoring. Standard, you start off with 3 lives but you get the opportunity to gain more. And hardcore, where you have to try and complete everything on just a single life. We're going to go with casual so we can actually check out the game. Now as you can see, it gives you a pause screen so you can get yourself ready. Up in the top left hand corner you can see how much time is remaining. That's 10 seconds. Now you see those little balls in the middle. If we can collect those as we go along, we gain additional time, which adds to our score. Top right corner, it shows us that we're on casual, just so in case you didn't know what option you picked. Bottom right corner shows what chamber you're in, and the bottom left tells you what to do. So we're going to boost, so we're going to press the boost and then start moving left. Now as you can move across, you might have seen that little blue bar. That little blue bar shows you how long it'll be until you can boost again. And if you pay close attention to our ball, you might be able to see it. So there we go, it's got the boost sign. Can't do it that often. Now one of the other things you can see is as you go around it shows you the trail of where you've been. So you can kind of look and see how efficiently you've been doing your level. Now there's not much chance of being able to get a high score on this because we're playing on casual, so we don't kind of have to worry. We just need to make sure it's done on time, but it's probably good practice to try it out. Now if you notice on this level there's keys lying around. These keys are part of some of the obstacles of the game. There are a variety of different obstacles, but the first one is actually having to collect the keys in order to go through the actual chamber itself. Now here we come against a new type of obstacle, which is the spike. Now if you just wait a few moments, they go up and down, so obviously timing is of importance. And this is exactly the same thing, but it's a little bit longer. Now you see I boosted right into there, so I died. So if you want to try and do this quickly, for instance, you'd have to make sure your timing is just right, make sure you've lined everything up, and don't go too far. Now you see I was too close at the time, so I boosted myself right into it. So there's just enough room if you're right the way back in order to boost in a single line without getting yourself killed. So you see you get to about here and then boost myself across, go back a bit. So if you're trying for a quick speedy time, that's how you do it. But what we're going to do is we're just going to get through this level now so we can show you the rest. So you don't have to collect all those balls in order to get through, it just helps keep your time up. Now this is another obstacle that now appeared. We've got the key, but we've also got these little balls that fire. And I'll just show you what happens. I would show you what happens if I didn't keep dying. And there you go, as you can see, you get hit by one of those, it's game over. So you kind of got to be careful. And when you're boosting, trying to change your direction whilst boosting is very, very hard. So you just got to be very careful while you're doing it. Now here you see some of the new obstacles, and these are spikes up against the walls. If you touch into one of those, you get killed, so again, game over. And here's some of the moving obstacles. As you can see, they work in a fixed pattern. And as long as we can avoid them, we can not get killed. Now here's the same one, but walking down the corridor. And it's inviting you to move into this area so that you can come down and slip past it. And here it's now going back onto the same design as before. We had the spikes that appeared up. Some of these move at different rates. So some are quicker, some are slower. This one has more refined movement around, and as you can see, that's the one that always gets me. I've tried this level quite a few times and I don't know why, it's just I like dying on that one apparently. And they're too close when I boosted. We'll just go through and try and do a couple more levels. Oh dear, choking myself to death because I just can't believe I managed to just idly walk into that one. So there we go, get through, take it nice and easy. You know, I'm not going to go back because it'll probably take longer than a second. Quickly slip through, and then we're going to wait until this goes down and then boost our way out of there. And here we go, we got a new, so you can see each level they get more and more variety of different obstacles. So we just follow this around, grab that key. Can we sneak through? Yes, just sneak through. And as you can see, it's now reusing some of the old obstacles that we'd seen before, but combining them in new ways. So over here we've got to slip past. So probably best, for instance, on this level to sort of wait here, you wait until the spikes come up and then boost your way across. And then you do the same kind of over here. But obviously have much better aim so you can pick up those balls. And now we just kind of go through a similar pattern. We seem to have found most of the different obstacles. Now this is not a bad game. If you like puzzle games, you want something with a bit of action, it can be quite fun to play around, and of course it's a good way of practicing skills. Because this is going to take quite a while to actually perfect, especially if you want to try and get to a high score on the hardcore level, because you can't make a single mistake. So there is a way, it does help extend the game in that sense, but it doesn't provide any new functionality, and just becomes a case of learning and memorizing everything about the game. So this is a part of the bundle. I don't know if it wouldn't be worth, say, $4, I don't think, by itself. I mean, this is probably a good, maybe a $1 app or something like that. Something you can kind of play, have a little go at, and then once you've kind of got your scores and you're happy with how it's gone, kind of throw it away. So replayability, there is some, but as I said, it's not extensive, and a lot of it will be just chasing for high scores when you're ready. Oh, it didn't quite make that. I'll just have one more go. See if we can get this one. There we go. And for some reason, I just completely and utterly forgot to move there. I was looking at the other one, and there we go. We get through, and we've managed to get through 15 chambers. So there's still quite a long way to go. So even if you're just playing the game itself, even on casual, there's quite a lot to do. And the style artistically is interesting. It all works together. There's nothing out of place. Everything is kind of consistent with itself. And as you can see, we can access the controls actually in game. We're going to quit out to the main menu. Okay, so that is 48 Chambers. It's quite a good little puzzle game. It's good at action. It's not going to keep you going forever, but it's definitely as part of the bundle. I think it's a worthy addition. So yeah, that's 48 Chambers. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.